Hello, brothers and sisters. We are very, very happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We have another interesting show for you today. We think you're going to enjoy it. But before we begin, we want to say thank you to all our subscribers. Tell all your friends also to subscribe to the channel. We think this is your channel and we want to be bringing you good news every week. You need to know what is happening in Africa, and you need to make sense out of what is happening. It may sound like madness to people who are outside, but with our commentary, you'll be able to shed some light on whatever is happening in the motherland. So without further ado, before we go to Africa, we want to start from here in America. For the story of today, we've always talked about America and helping Africa. We've always talked about African empowerment. We cannot empower ourselves if we don't use our brains. The West is better than us because the West capitalizes on technology. Now we're seeing our own brothers and sisters who are learning this Western technology and taking it back home. Today we're going to talk about Chipper Cash, a new company that is engaged in money transfer to Africa. It's an arena where you have a whole lot of companies. Western Union has been dominating this arena, but new players have come in, especially with the emergence of new technologies. Chipper Cash is actually a venture capital project started by two Africans, one from Uganda and another from Ghana. So already Chipper Cash is in over 8 African countries. It's just like a pilot project, but they have big money backing. Do you know who is backing these guys? Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and AWS Web Services, is one of the big guys putting money on the table for this African venture. It's called Chipper Cash, C-H-I-P-P-E-R, then Cash, C-A-S-H, okay? So Jeff Bezos is supporting these guys, and already they are in 8 African countries. We have pictures of their website. You can see what they're doing. What makes this Chipper Cash company stand out is because the brothers are offering the service for free. So you want to send money to Nigeria, Ghana, most of the East African countries, they will let you do that for free. So isn't that nice? So instead of paying money to Western Union, Boss, Revolution, and the other companies, this is a way for you to send money for free. And Amazon is behind this big project. The two brothers were, I think, computer programmers. They developed the app, which made it possible for people in Africa to receive money from the Americas and also Europe. We think this is really good news. We have the information on the website, so we want you to take advantage of this information. We know so many of you always want to send money home. You're going to take advantage of this news, and it should empower you and help to provide for your family. So we really want to do this because that's what this show is about. We want the kind of information that you can really use and empower yourself and your family. So without further ado, we'll ask you to look at this. Another story on America, which we really want to share with you also is, as you know, former President Barack Obama has just written a book, A Promised Land, referring to his days as president in America. He was reflecting, but he made a whole lot of comments about his presidency and Africa, which we think are relevant. And the Nigerian female author, Chimamanda Ngozi, is the one, I think, writing the foreword in this book. And the book is already a bestseller because Penguin is the publisher, and already the former president has received, I'm sure, over 60 million for royalties for penning this book. So I'm not just talking about the royalties, I'm just talking about the fact that he made a lot of comments on Africa, even the killing of Gaddafi. Most of you have been asking questions on it. President Barack Obama discusses this in the book, and we're going to show you a picture, the cover of this book, A Promised Land, written by former President Barack Obama. We encourage you to pick it and read it, because anytime somebody writes on Africa, we're always curious to find out what the person is talking about. When you read this book, you find out that even as president, Barack Obama saw himself to just be like a little instrument. He was just like the pilot of a big instrument. He didn't really have that much power because he was just taking care of an instrument that is a superpower. So he's just a little guy taking care of this superpower. even the killing of Gaddafi and some of the terrorists in Africa. He had second thoughts about it, but because his job was president, as president, your job is to kill and do terrible things, which is why if you don't want to do terrible things, do not ever become president of any country. Okay? Okay, now we'll go straight to Ambazonia, which is the next place we're going to really share a lot of news with you. Every week, we'll bring you a story of Ambazonia. This week, we're telling you that the war in Ambazonia is going to get worse. Things are really going to get worse because it looks like the Paul Biya regime has focused on militarization. This regime held a meeting a few days ago, and they decided that now is the time to take arms and finish the resistance they are facing in Ambazonia once and for all. They recruited a lot more soldiers, and we already saw the first fruits. The soldiers are already landing in Victoria, the place they now call Limbe. You can see the pictures. There are so many B elements stationing here because they really want to take the fight now to the Ambazonian people. So we're just telling our people to watch out because the next few days are not going to be good. And we really feel sorry for you people, but we'll say you have to protect yourself because there are so many of these people with arms and weapons. Right now, you can see the pictures. They are in Victoria. They are setting up, and they are ready to really do a whole lot of bad things to you. So if you have people around, tell them to watch out because these guys already have evil in their minds, and they are bent on killing as many people as possible. Usually when this war is going on, the average person is the one losing. So because these guys don't really discriminate, it's like a form of collective punishment. If you're Anglophone and you're in that area, you become a target. They'll get you whether they plan to get you or not. That's what happens. A lot of people will die for no good reason. So we're telling you that watch because more pain and suffering and death are coming. You cannot really see the sign. When you see the weapons that they have brought and all the manpower, this is just like an instrument of evil, okay? So we're telling you to be careful because a lot more people are going to die because we've seen the pictures and we're sharing the pictures with you so that you should watch out. So that's really the main story in Ambazonia. Next, we're going to move to Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso also has been having elections, presidential elections. Kabore, who is the president, won. As you know, there is a lot of insecurity in Burkina Faso, but Kabore won. Kabore is also a French puppet. If you remember, Emmanuel Macron spent time in Ouagadougou before he made a speech talking about the Macron method. So you know, basically, this guy has the support of the French. What good can come out of it? Well, this is just another mockery of democracy. The opposition is a crying foul. But what can he do? Not much. Already, the foreign forces are there. We can also inform you that today, an American soldier was killed also in Burkina Faso. I think he was in a military air base and he was killed. Because this area is very, very insecure. Since the killing of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso has not really known any form of peace.
Have you heard the latest healthcare news? There's been a medical programming breakthrough. Let's go to Ali and Ron for more.
Thanks, Seb. A Good Samaritan is offering Alexia HTC, a new EMR EHR to doctors for free. Certainly, this free offer will shake things up in the medical software industry. Alexia HTC is a David pitting itself against the Goliaths, Epic, Cerner, and Meditech, which are old and cost too much money. What happens if you figure out how to build a new EMR EHR on the web for pennies on the dollar? You give it away to the suffering physicians for free.
Want to learn more about how these two powerhouse solutions will help you win more business? Schedule a demo below. In just minutes, Alexia HTC can help you access a patient record, enter an order, write a note, prescribe a medication, generate a charge, and create a super bill. Plus, Alexia Care Corporation, the vendor of the new web application, offers full customer service and training support free of charge. Who can beat that?
From Burkina Faso, we're going to move now to Congo DRC. Congo DRC is having a whole lot of problems, and we want you to know about this. In the east, around Benign, we've brought Benign a lot of times on this show. You have a lot of militia in the east who are really fighting for resources. The central government is very powerless. They cannot really keep these guys in check. They are trying their best, but it looks like they don't really have the muscle to be able to get rid of most of these militia. They've been killing a whole lot of people, especially in Virunga Park. You could really see bodies of people who were killed, and soldiers were just finding most of these bodies that were dumped around Virunga Park. This is a beautiful park, but you see soldiers and other militia, they come and kill people in cold blood. This is not really good. Then, of course, the 11th Ebola outbreak is also taking place in Congo DRC. As you know, Congo DRC has struggled with Ebola for a long time. Now they are suffering it again amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So we really feel sorry for our Congolese brothers and sisters, and we wish them well. Then, of course, in the political realm, Moise Katumbi is back. He's back in politics. Is he going to be joining Felix Tshisekedi now, or is he just going to look for a way to become president in his own right? That's a question inquiring minds want to know. So we know that Felix Tshisekedi is already playing the politics. He knows Joseph Kabila wants to put him down, but he doesn't want to go to the sunset yet. He wants to remain as president. So what's going to happen in this country? We know the guys are going to be fighting to try to get into power. Felix is trying to keep the power that he has been given, and I don't think he's ready to leave right now. So from Congo DRC, we're going to move to Ethiopia. We've covered Ethiopia a lot on this show. In fact, the last few weeks, we've been telling you about the conflict between the Tigray region in the north and the government of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. As we told you in the past, when Dessalines was the leader of the country, he came from that area, and the PTLF were really running the country. So they just felt like they had power to themselves. When Abiy Ahmed became prime minister, he started sidelining most of these people in the north, so they are not really happy. So they decided to fight back, and they started fighting back, and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed feels like they are challenging his authority, so he declared war on them because he wants to march his soldiers straight to Mekelle. Mekelle is the capital city of the Tigray region. Already, a lot of people are dying because there's been a lot of shooting and air raids and bombings. A lot of people, in fact, the UN has a big problem on its hands because a lot of the people in this area have escaped to Sudan. So Sudan is having a big influx of refugees. You can even see pictures of air bombardments. A lot of buildings have been destroyed, and the refugees are fleeing for their lives. In fact, the central government in Addis Ababa is even encouraging people to flee because they really want to encircle Mekelle, which is the capital of the Tigray region. So the war is really going on. There have been attempts to broker peace in this area. The former Liberian president, Ellen Sirleaf, has also tried to sue for peace. Even the African Union has tried to make peace come to this area, but it looks like the two parties are not really ready for mediation. So it looks like they're going to fight and kill more people. But the UN is really a toothless bulldog because they are not really effective in really stopping conflicts in this region. But we know a lot more people are going to die here before there will be some sense that will get into people's heads in this part of the world. So we just want to draw world's attention to this plight, and we feel sorry for the people who have become refugees, and we ask God to bless them. Next, we're going to move to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is also a country with a lot of problems. They just had elections a few weeks ago. Alassane Ouattara made himself president for a third term. The people were not really happy. He responded with a recent meeting by saying that he doesn't really like the way his ministers behave. He was not really appreciative of their effort. They didn't do a good job to support him, so he was not happy. But of course, we're asking you, where is Guillaume Soro? We don't know where Guillaume Soro is, and most people are asking, where is Guillaume Soro? Has he disappeared? The French are looking for him in France. They can't find him. So where is he? So we don't really know, and everybody's just asking, do they want to arrest him and repatriate him to Ivory Coast to face charges and be killed by Alassane Ouattara? It looks like probably that's what is on the minds of the French government. And let's just wait and see. So, but the Pope is asking the people of Ivory Coast to sue for peace, reconciliation, and collaboration. He's praying for them, okay? The Pope is praying for them, and the Pope really wants peace to return to this region. The Pope realizes that this is really a fragile area where peace needs to return. So we're really praying for the people in Ivory Coast, and we're asking for peace to come there. But of course, we're going to take you now to LRC.
Hey, yo, Shay, I thought you was going to take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy's shape. When I say his services are the best in the states where it's born, he even take care of your tax forms, back refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
La République du Cameroon. We've told you a few minutes ago that they've been sending a whole lot of troops and militias to Ambazonia, but already on their own shores, things are not well. Maurice Kamto is still a big factor. It's an important factor. Without him, the people probably will be able to sleep. But it looks like because Maurice Kamto is in La République, the people cannot really sleep. The powers that be don't really know what they should do with him. Should they kill him? But his followers are really making a lot of noise outside. Since September, this opposition leader has been under house arrest, and they have not allowed him to go out. If you look at his home, he's always surrounded by security forces of BIR. So we don't really know what's going to happen to this individual. Last time, it was really as a result of pressure from the French president that Maurice Kamto was released. So what are they going to do with him? So Maurice Kamto is an important factor. Even though they're talking about regional elections, these elections are just a farce. They will not really change anything. This is just another mockery of democracy, and which is why you're having problems in this part of the world, because you have leaders who are making fun of democracy. It looks like President Trump looks at people like Paul Biya and really admires them. Somebody even showed us a photoshopped video of President Trump sitting and watching President Paul Biya and saying, wow, I better be like this dude, man, so I can rule America for over 38 years. But you cannot do that in America, and Trump found out the hard way. This is an area where you cannot capture the instrument of state. You can be in power for a short time, and when your time is up, you have to leave. In spite of the games he's trying to play, he cannot play those games that dictators play in Africa. He will not win. So we just wish our citizens can start rising up and learning to fight for their rights the way Americans are fighting for their rights. Trump has shown us that Americans don't accept dictatorship. They will kick you out. In Africa, unfortunately for most of our people, the instruments of power are controlled by those dictators, so they cannot do much. Even the military apparatus is controlled by the guy who is in power. But Trump cannot control the military apparatus. He can fire the Secretary of Defense. That's not going to change a whole lot because the institutions are very strong. So what we really need in Africa are strong institutions, not strong men. And we can end this because you can see that in La République, there's a whole lot of trouble because of the strongman syndrome. Paul Biya has been there for over 38 years. He doesn't want to leave. When you open your mouth, he kills you. And that's the sad. It continues on a policy of militarization. Militarization is not going to succeed. The more people go to Ambazonia, the more bloodshed you're going to expect. I just showed you pictures of a whole lot of B elements who have been flown to that area. Just wait. In the next few weeks, you're going to be hearing about body bags. A lot of body bags are going to be coming back to the eastern side of this part of the world because it looks like this dictator doesn't listen. He only cares about killing people and militarization. But the people are going to pay the price. After they die, their families will be crying. So we ask people to think, if they send you to Ambazonia, defect, leave the army. Don't fight for people who have done nothing wrong to you, because that's a wrong fight, okay? So from La République du Cameroon, we'll go to Nigeria.
Is your EMR EHR COVID-19 ready? If not, you do not know what you are missing. Why do you suffer in silence? Be smart. Turn to Alexia HTC today. Alexia HTC is the leader in virtual solution and communication technology in these times of pandemic crisis. When the unexpected happens, who are you going to call? Alexia HTC. Come and see how Alexia HTC Cloud Communications are enabling your fellow healthcare providers to consult with patients virtually and making big money. Alexia HTC also enables your employees to work remotely during the COVID-19 crisis. Are your employees safe? Do not jeopardize the health and safety of your patients and practice. What can Alexia HTC do for you? Alexia HTC is the new Colossus, the sister of physicians, who gives you back liberty, that is, the freedom to practice medicine your way. Vivacious virtual visits wherever you please. Amazing e-prescribing. Quick access to patient information. Easy access to medical records from other providers. Rapid drug allergy checks. Integrated lab tests and results. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled doctors yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your greedy corporations. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed physicians, to me. I give them the refuge. The happy home of Alexia HTC. Act now. Browse alexiahtc.com or call 240-350-1131.
Nigeria also is having a whole lot of issues. In fact, the APC chieftain of Nasrallah who was killed, and we really feel sad. We talk about insecurity. Before, when this insecurity concerned the average Nigerian citizen, people thought, well, they don't matter. But now that they are killing people who are in high positions in government, I think the government will be forced to pay attention. But it looks like the Buhari government is really ineffectual and ineffective. They can't really do much. So when we look at this, we just ask Nigerians to play for time. I know most Nigerians are already looking for 2023. That's when they are looking for new presidential leadership. Already, the various guys are jockeying for position. In fact, a meeting of a lot of elders in the north are saying that power has to move now to the southeast, which means to the Igbos. So this looks like a calculation to neutralize Nnamdi Kanu, the president of Ibob, who has been fighting for Biafra and secession. So is that a way to neutralize him? Because most of the Igbos who went to this meeting seem to be against Nnamdi Kanu. So it's really interesting. So they will give them the presidency in return for them to stay in the Nigerian Union. Okay, this sounds really interesting. But what will happen to other people? For example, Bola Tinubu of the Yoruba extraction. What will he do? He also wants to be president. So will he sit and wait for the presidency to go to the Igbos and just watch? We don't think so. So it's going to be something interesting to watch. In fact, it's drama that is really fit for a level of Shakespeare. So we really have to watch and see what's going to happen before 2023. A lot of the guys are going to be jockeying for position. But already, the Nigerian economy is in a recession because Buhari is ineffective. The oil, even though they are making some reforms and trying to change things, but all of those things are not really working because oil is not really enough to sustain the Nigerian economy. Bribery, corruption is also taking its toll. So we don't even think Buhari is doing a good job in this arena. The country is in recession. In fact, Aliko Dangote was even saying that all the Nigerian governments have always made a mistake to focus too much attention on oil production. They should have been looking at agriculture and other segments of the economy. But most of them were not really thinking far enough, okay? They were really myopic. These were myopic kind of leaders. They were not really thinking far and ahead. to look at what will happen in the future. So that has not really helped Nigeria as a country. So we really feel sad about this, and we know more trouble is coming. The more people are hungry, the more they want to fight for their sustenance. So we just feel sorry for what is happening in Nigeria today. From Nigeria now, we'll move to Uganda. Uganda also is a country we mentioned last week on our show. Bobby Wine has been released, but he has sworn that he will continue fighting for the people of Uganda. He wants to topple the illegitimate government of Yoweri Museveni. So he continues fighting. His Red Beret revolution continues, and you can see pictures of him fighting for the people. Next, we'll move to Zimbabwe. The main story we have in Zimbabwe today has to really do with coal mining. Environmental concerns are really high. Why is the government of Zimbabwe still allowing Chinese governments to pollute the country with coal mining projects? That's a question inquiring minds want to know. And with this, we think we're going to end our show of today. And we thank you very much for watching this show. And we're asking you to support this show, share the show with your friends. Please give us ideas. If there's something you like to watch, tell us. If you have a news story, send it to us. As we told you in the past, this show is your show. We want you to support it and let your friends also support it. The best way you can support us is to subscribe to the show and to share it with many members of your family. We thank you very much, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.
Express Driving School is the place for excitement of fast-track driver education. Driver education, drug and alcohol testing, driver counseling, bilingual translation. For all your MVA needs, contact us. John F. Abbey, 6480 New Hampshire Avenue Suite, 207B. Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20912. Office phone, 301-270-0018. Cell phone, 240-644-3977. And you can reach us at our website, expressdrivingeducation.com. Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com.
Unique Auto Repair. This is a brother from Ghana. His name is Emmanuel Ofori. He has a good business and he repairs cars. He repairs all types of cars. Mercedes, Toyota, Honda, you name it. The brother does it. He repairs everything. So even if you buy a car from the auction and you need to get it fixed, go to Emmanuel Ofori, Unique Auto Repair. He will repair this for you. It's very, very good. He has repaired my cars for me many times, and I love the service. And if you mention my name, Prince Ojong, he will give you even something also.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.